Hey guys, so today we're going to be crocheting a wind spinner. So I'm gonna first tell you guys everything that you're going to need. Crochet hook, any color of yarn that you want to use. You're going to have 4 different sections, so you can use 4 different colors if you want to. But today I'm only going to use 2 colors and a pair of scissors. And that's all you're going to need. I'm using a 4mm hook. For my first step, I'm going to first create a slip knot. And from here, I'm going to chain 80. So now that you have your 80 stitches, you might want to go back and recount them and make sure that you have 80. And then we're going to move on to our next step. So for our next step, we're going to skip our last stitch and we're going to go into this stitch and we're going to do single crochet all the way down. So if you don't know how to do a single crochet, you're going to insert your hook into the loop, grab the yarn. You should have 2 loops on your chain, and you're going to feed the yarn through both of those, and that is how you single crochet. So I'm going to do it again for you. You're going to insert your hook through that loop, pull the yarn through. You should have 2 loops, yarn over, bring the yarn through, and that is how you single crochet. So you're going to single crochet all the way down. Now if you guys haven't noticed, I didn't change my color because this is still considered our first row. So we're going to single crochet all the way down and then we'll come back. Now that you're on your last stitch, you want to go ahead and do your single crochet, but you don't want to finish it because I'm going to show you how to change your color. So you're going to take your other color, and you still have your 2 loops for your single crochet. So you're going to put your new color on your hook and you're going to pull it through. And this is how you add your new color seamlessly. You're going to add your color and then you're going to add 1 stitch here and you're going to turn your work. You can go ahead and cut this because you're done with the white on that part. Okay, so now we're on our second row. And for our second row, we're going to do half double crochet. We're going to chain 1 and then we're going to do another half double crochet in the same stitch. So we're going to yarn over, insert our hook, pull it through. You should have 3 loops on your hook and you're going to go through all 3. That's a half double crochet. You're going to chain 1 and then you're going to do another half double crochet. You're going to do this same sequence all the way down. Okay, I'm going to show you guys again. So I'm going to yarn over. I'm going to feed my yarn through and I should have 3 loops on my hook. I'm going to yarn over and I'm going to go through each and then I'm going to chain 1 and I'm going to do it again. From the second half double crochet, I'm going to go immediately into the next half double crochet. So I'm going to yarn over. In between this half double crochet, I'm going to chain 1 and do another. Immediately into the next one, chain 1, the next one, immediately into the next one, chain 1, into the next one. And you're going to follow that all the way down. Now we haven't gotten that far into row 2, but you can already see it starting to curve, so that means that you're doing it right. So keep going. Okay guys, we're coming up on our last few stitches, and I wanted to show you that it started to curve towards the end, but here it just went straight, but it's still ruffled. So that means that it's not wrong, it's still going right, but you just have to turn it yourself. Okay, so on these last few stitches, you're still half double crochet, chain 1, half double crochet, half double crochet, chain 1, half double crochet. Now here in our last stitch, we're still going to do the same thing. We're going to half double crochet, chain 1, and then half double crochet, and this is where we're going to end off. Well, actually, sorry, don't feed it through yet, because we're going to change colors. So just like in our first row, this is where you want to end off on your last step, so that you can take your new yarn, your new color, and feed it through and end your second row. So we're going to cut this. Now for our third row, we're first going to chain 2, because this time we're going to be doing double crochets. Now in every space that you did a chain 1, you're going to do 3 double crochets. So we're going to start here. So I'm going to yarn over. I should have 3 loops on my hook this time, but I'm only going to go through 2, and then I'm going to yarn over again and go through the other 2. That's how you do a double crochet. Show you again. Yarn over, feed it through. You should have 3. You're going to go through 2, yarn over again, go through 2. Last time. So you're going to do 3 double crochets in each chain 1 stitch. So between this stitch and that stitch, there is no chain 1, because we went immediately into the next half double crochet. So that means the chain 1 is right here. So to make it easier, you should have, except for when you're beginning, you should have 2 half double crochets in between your double crochet stitches. So again, I'm going to skip 2, because I know this is where my chain 1 is, and that's where I'm going to do my half double crochet. So you're going to keep going until you get all the way back to the end, but I'm going to show you guys a little bit more in case it's confusing. In our third row, we're doing 3 double crochets in every chain 1 stitch. Okay, so here's a chain 1, so we're going to do 3 double crochets. Skip those 2. Next chain 1 space, 3 double crochets. Skip 2. Next chain 1 space, 3 double crochets. And as you can see, it's starting to curve already. So just keep going. Let me show you again. In every chain 1, you're going to do 3 double crochets. 3 double crochets into the chain is probably the longest part of this process, but once you get it, you got it. So just keep going. We're coming up on our last chain one, so we're going to do our last cluster of double crochet here. Once I'm done with my last cluster, I'm going to go ahead and add 1 double crochet here to finish off the row. But I'm going to leave these 2 loops on my hook so that I can change my color again, just like we've done in the previous rows. And then I'm gonna go ahead and cut the white since I'm done with that row. For your 4th and final row, it's the easiest part. Well, I think the beginning is the easiest part, but you're gonna chain 1 here. You're gonna flip your work. For your final round, you're gonna do a slip stitch, and then you're gonna chain 1. Slip stitch into the next stitch, and chain 1. Slip stitch into the next stitch, chain 1. You're going to keep going. So for a slip stitch, all you have to do is go through your stitch, yarn over, and bring it through. So basically this last row is just adding a border, but it also stretches the other stitches out, so it goes from these your double crochet being curved to them being flat. So you're just gonna go all the way. You're gonna keep going, slip stitch and chain 1 until you finish the entire wind spinner. Slip stitch, chain 1, slip stitch, chain 1, slip stitch, chain 1. Okay guys, so we're coming up on our last few stitches. I just want to show you guys how I end off the row. Still slip stitching and 1 chain afterwards. That was my last stitch, and I did chain 1, so I'm gonna chain 1 again, and that's how I'm gonna finish off my row. I'm gonna cut it there, and that's the end of my row. Now you guys may see that it's not turned the right way, but all you do is gather it up, gather your circles up. You can go in a circle like this. Just keep going until you get back to the end. Now that we're done with our wind spinner, we're going to go ahead and make ourselves a tassel to put at the bottom of our wind spinner, just so that it weighs it down and it takes the air better. So I'm just going to guess how long I want the pieces to be. I think that this is good because I am going to tie it here in the middle, so it's going to be that part hanging. So I'm just going to cut this part. And if it's too long, you can always make it shorter. But if it's too short, you can't make it longer. So just keep that in mind. So now I'm going to cut maybe like 10 pieces of the same size. Usually if I'm adding, usually when I do one of multiple colors, I add every color to the tassel. But in this case, I'm not. I'm only going to do the colorful instead of the white and the colorful, because I just think it'll look better with just the colorful. So I'm stretching the yarn and I'm cutting where I think will be the best to make them all even. I'm gonna do about 10 pieces because when you fold them in half, then it'll become 20 pieces. Now that you have your 10 pieces, you're going to want to cut one of your white pieces, because but you want to make it long because this is what you're going to use to tie your tassel, but also tie it to your wind spinner. So I think that this is long enough. So I'm going to fold these in half, where I think half is anyway. I think that's good. So now I'm going to take my white piece and I'm going to put it through. Like that. And I'm going to even it out. I'm going to tie it up here so that they stay in the middle like that. And I'm gonna knot it maybe 3 or 4 times to make sure that it isn't going anywhere. Now, you wanna take that piece and tie it to your wind spinner, but we're not gonna do that part yet. That's how we have the tassel so far. Some of our pieces are uneven at the bottom, but that's okay, we'll fix them. Okay, so you're gonna take another white piece. This one doesn't have to be too long because you're just using it to tie it around that to make your tassel. I think that's a good place to put it, like that. So again, like I did the top, I'm just gonna knot it 3-4 times, and then I'm gonna cut off the excess because we don't need it. If some pieces are sticking up, just pull them down. Until you like it. I'm gonna tie it on that side, and then I'm gonna go this way and tie it on this side. Pull it tight. And I'm gonna come back on this side and I'm gonna finish it off and tie it maybe 2 or 3 more times. Okay, then I'm gonna cut off my excess. Just like that. Now, you're gonna wanna cut it wherever you wanna cut it. I'm gonna go about here. I think that'll be a good length. There you go. Now that you have your wind spinner done, and you also have your tassel done, You're gonna go down here because where we finished is the top. This is where we're going to hang from. So this is gonna be our bottom. I already tied them off and cut the ends. So you're gonna take this, and right here on this corner, there's a hole there. Just pick a hole. There's plenty of holes. Okay. You want to bring it through there, and then you want to secure it by tying it together. Now you can let it hang a little bit, or you can bring it right up on there. I think I'm just gonna let it hang just a little bit. Just a little bit. Like that much. Then I'm gonna tie it another 3 or 4 times just to secure it. Now I'm gonna cut off my ends. And I'm all done.